So the first part is there's a knot right in front of the testicles. And you just massage the knot until it starts getting bigger. Once it gets big enough, then you pull the skin behind the knot. And he's already starting to go. Then I'll go ahead and insert the penis into the bag. And keep going. Massaging the knot. Just for like a minute or two, and then see, he's pulsing right here, so he's ejaculating into the bag. I don't really have to do any more work.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Random Dog Shit. In these videos, we look at images, news reports, and snippets of videos I have found on the internet that highlight how deranged and delusional dog worshippers are, and just how vile dogs are. In short, we examine the truth about dogs and their owners. In this video, I have decided to include cats for the first time. I won't be talking about them that much. The focus will be on dogs. I would like to start with this extreme example of dog nuttery. This is something you will see a lot of. When a dog attacks a baby, the attack is often explained as the dog trying to help the baby. Dog worshippers will describe it as a tragic accident and say that somehow the dog was trying to help the infant. This is a story that came out of South Africa just yesterday. It states the family's dogs heard the baby crying and that paternal instincts got into the dog and it went to lift the child up. Unfortunately, the child then sustained injuries that led to her passing away. First of all, dogs don't have paternal instincts. Paternal means of or appropriate to a father, showing a kindness and care associated with a father. Male dogs don't give a shit about their puppies. Did they mean parental instincts? I could talk at length about mother dogs. They often eat their babies. They kill their offspring. When the owners of the dog take the puppies away from the mother doesn't grieve. It's relieved. The mother dog doesn't care that it will never see its puppies again. Dogs are not loving. The instinct that got into the dog was a predatory instinct. As I've discussed in many of my videos, dogs are triggered by the high-pitched noises of crying children and their erratic movements, which mimic the sounds and the movements of struggling prey animals. This article is infuriating. It's trying to convince us that dogs are these loving creatures that are trying to help the infant that was in distress. The opposite is true. It was trying to kill and eat the baby, because even though dogs have been domesticated for thousands of years, they retain the instincts of their wild ancestors. Dogs are instinct-driven, fanged, bloodthirsty, predatory carnivores with no conscience, no remorse. I can just hear some of you saying, well, some human mothers kill their offspring too. The difference is only 3% of humans lack a conscience, while 100% of dogs lack a conscience. Bringing such an animal into your home is reckless and irresponsible. It is putting the lives of your family and your entire community in danger. It is playing Russian roulette. Calling this a tragic accident is outrageous. And suggesting that the dog was trying to help the baby is as insane as me walking through the forest with my child, him tripping on a rock, crying, a cougar pouncing on him, and ripping him to shreds, and me saying that the cougar was trying to help my boy who was in distress. Recently, I have seen so many examples of dog nuttery on the internet that I would like to talk to you about. For example, this is something I thought you might want to see or not. A lot of people say that pit bulls are no different from any other dog, and that it's all in how you raise them. Well, it isn't, and this picture is proof It has nothing to do with how you raise them. It has nothing to do with the owner. You cannot train or love genetics out of a dog. They are just born savage. Here we have puppies that have killed their litter mates and are eating them. Now, this is because dogs are predators that are bloodthirsty and remorseless, and it is in their genes to be efficient killers. You can see these dogs have blocky heads, stump line. I'm not really sure what that means, but clearly these are pit bull type dogs with blocky heads. These dogs have been shown in medical studies to be dangerous, and medical experts are warning us to keep these types of blocky-headed dogs away from children because they are not safe. Staffordshire Terriers or Staffies, American Pit Bull Terriers, whatever you call them, it doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter. If the dog has a blocky head and a muscular body, it is more likely than other breeds to attack unprovoked and disfigure and kill you or children or anybody. We need to listen to the experts, not to memes, not to the people who say, I've had pit bulls all my life and they were the sweetest dogs. They never bit anyone. They never attacked. Or I've known 10, 15 pit bulls in my life and they were all the best dogs ever. They never showed any aggression, blah, 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 blah. That is as stupid as saying, my grandmother smoked all her life and she never got cancer, therefore smoking doesn't cause cancer. Or my uncle drove drunk his entire life and he never crashed. I've known so many drunk drivers and they were the best drivers. Therefore, wanting to criminalize drunk driving is stupid. Get educated, get informed. You know, like, your anecdotal evidence is worthless compared to the meta-analyses, the scientific research that has been done into this. 18 medical peer-reviewed studies prove pit bull type dogs are dangerous as pets. I will provide links in the description for you to read through. This is not to say that other breeds are safe. Far from it. Rottweilers, German Shepherds, Huskies, Cane Corsos, these are other breeds that attack, disfigure, and kill people regularly. All breeds are dangerous. All dogs bite. Dogs of many different breeds have disfigured and killed people. Even Dachshunds and Pomeranians have killed humans. So they are all dangerous. Also, all breeds are carriers of zoonotic diseases, which can kill humans or permanently disable them. Next, I would like to talk a bit about cats. My niece in Malaysia wrote to me today. She's not actually my niece. I've never met her in person, but she thinks of me as her aunt, and I've come to think of her as my niece. She found me through my videos and is on my Discord server and wrote to me about how angry she's feeling today. The intense dog and cat nuttery that bombards her today is making her feel very upset. She's not even seeking it out. She's being shown these psycho things when she's just trying to look at nice stuff that she likes. She feels thoroughly disgusted to her core by what she just saw. She wrote that I should definitely do a video on how cat nutters frequently let their beasts use their own human children as playthings, record it, and upload it to YouTube for other cat nutters to enjoy. Truly sickening. There are entire compilations of cats swatting, biting, and pouncing on children. Don't be fazed by the people threatening to unsubscribe from you simply because you call their shit out. We are working on stopping dog worship. Let's stop cat worship too. I am in complete agreement with my niece. I talk a lot on my channel about misopedia, which means hatred of children, and how this is a huge problem in our society. I think that misopedia and childism are at the root of dog and cat worship. I think they are at the root of all of the mental health issues that plague our youth. Anxiety, depression, suicide, degeneracy, crime. This affects all of us. I think misopedia and childism are at the root of the opioid crisis, the methamphetamine crisis, addiction, alcoholism, self-harm, you name it. all of the suffering you see in society could be eliminated, I think, if people cherished children as much as they cherish dogs and cats. So what she saw today is this. Someone posted a video of a cat attacking a baby, and there were some comments in response, and there was one comment in particular which was absolutely vile. Good cat. Animals attacking disgusting humans is always fun to watch, especially kids are annoying as FUCK. So I just wanted you guys to be aware that cat nuttery is just as sick as dog nuttery. These people are, just like dog worshippers, misopedic, and they are putting the lives of the animals they worship, cats, above the lives of children. And the videos you will see are absolutely disgusting. Just have a look at this. Absolutely sick, as you can see. And here, the parent or whoever is filming is encouraging the child to play very roughly with the cat, and you will see what happens. Check it out.
Fas. Сима, фас.
They play this playful, light-hearted music in the background as the cat is coming close or actually putting its nails into the flesh of the baby. I mean, have people not heard of cat scratch disease and the other zoonotic diseases that cats transmit to us? It sickens me. I know a lot of you are very aware of dog nuttery, but be on the lookout for cat nuttery. It is just as bad. So in this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of news headlines. These are articles that you can find posted on the Down with Dogs, a Menace to Society Facebook page. All of these are from August of this year. I'm just showing you a snapshot of what's on that page. I highly encourage you to check it out for yourself. It's just one dog attack after another, a pit and run, which is very common. People will just leave after a dog attack and just not take any responsibility. They use their dogs as weapons by unleashing them and ordering their dogs to attack other people. I'm not joking around. When I made my video about how dog worshippers have psychopathic characteristics, I'm not kidding. You will see this often, people trying to get rid of their dog. The dog is not good with young children. It's not good with pets. It needs a new home. Are these people under the impression that the dog is going to end up in a home that has no neighbors? You know, wherever this dog is going to end up, there are going to be children and other pets in that community. But these dog worshippers don't care. They don't care who gets mauled or killed. They don't care about other animals getting killed. Dogs are always getting out somehow. They are constantly running away from their owners. That's how loyal dogs are. Oh, dogs are the only creatures on earth that love you more than they love themselves. Really? Is this the reason why dogs are constantly running away from their owners whenever they get the chance? That's loyalty? So you put one of these maulers in a home with no children, no dogs, no cats. What's going to happen when the dog gets out somehow? Or you're walking with it down the street and it sees someone's pet or someone else's child. It's going to break free from the owner. It's going to chase and it's going to maul, disfigure, and kill that child. If you are a person with empathy and compassion, you would take this mauler to the vet and say, this dog is not safe to have in any community. Put it down. This is how selfish and sick and lacking in empathy these people are. Nanaimo is a city in British Columbia, Canada, where I live. I don't live in Nanaimo, I live in BC. But anyway, mail carriers are dealing with a huge increase in dog attacks. Please see my video about male carriers and how awareness campaigns are not the answer when it comes to reducing the number of dog attacks on male carriers. I think that's one of my best videos that I've ever made, and it's not getting enough views. Please check it out and share it. I've talked on my channel about how dog ownership is cruel. If you really love an animal, you would not take it onto a boat. Dog owners think they love animals, yet they are so cruel to animals. They keep them in human environments where dogs don't belong. Also, if a human being is scared, they're not going to poop all over the deck of your boat. It's just so disgusting. Dogs have no place in our communities. They don't belong anywhere. Dog ownership breeds violence. I made a video about that. Here's more proof. Just one story of a dog attack after another. In none of these reports do I find any evidence of the dog being mistreated or abused or trained to be vicious. If it says anything about the dog and its upbringing, it usually says that the dog was a family dog and was very loving. And yet these dog worshippers continue to insist that when a dog attacks, it's because the dog was mistreated or abused or trained to be vicious. They have no evidence to support this, no proof whatsoever. Why do we believe them?
Gracie! 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 She jumped at Gracie!
Why do dog owners repeatedly call out the dog's name when the dog is running, or in this case, swimming away from them? It doesn't work. When will they learn that repeating the name over and over again is not going to make the dog turn around and come to them? The dog is a pea-brained predator. It has one goal in mind, that is to attack the animal. It doesn't even hear you. And yet they believe that if they keep repeating it, somehow it's going to make the dog come back. It reminds me of this. Dog worshippers do not care at all about wildlife. This is evidenced by these sorts of posts, which you will find on dog worshipping sites, groups, pages, where these dog owners brag and laugh about the number of wild animals their dogs harass and kill. To them, it's funny. A true animal lover would not find this funny at all. I don't find this funny in the least. In fact, it makes me feel very sad. Look at this beautiful, magnificent swan that had to be put down after a vicious dog attack. This happens over and over. Do dog worshippers care? No. And yet, they think they are morally superior to people like me because I don't like dogs. Dogs attack wildlife. They go after domestic animals. On the Down with Dogs Facebook page, it's just full of reports of dogs killing sheep, goats, beautiful, peaceful animals. Do dog worshippers care? No. They don't care about animals. When will enough be enough? It is one story of a dog attack after another. If the person is not physically scarred for life, they are mentally scarred. I don't know why we tolerate this as a society. It is absolutely bonkers that we put up with this. People often comment on my channel and write, "Oh, you're just miserable because you must have been attacked by dogs when you were a kid." And then they'll put a bunch of laughing emojis. Like, where's your empathy? No, I was never attacked by a dog. But what if I had been? Why do you not feel for me and others like me if that were true? You see, I care about people who have been attacked by dogs. I can empathize with the victims of dog attacks. But dog worshippers cannot. They have no empathy whatsoever. Instead, they will laugh at you. They will call you names. Stray dogs are wreaking havoc the world over. They are endangering the public, and dog worshippers do not care at all. By opposing culls and encouraging others to oppose culls, animal rights activists are actively trying to increase the number of stray dogs that are going around infecting people with rabies and other diseases, killing so many people, attacking, injuring so many innocent people in unprovoked attacks. It's crazy. They want to trap, neuter, and return, or trap, neuter, and release these animals. This is not going to stop these dogs from biting, disfiguring, and killing people. Cull them. What is wrong with these people? Where is their empathy? Again, they think they are the compassionate ones with the big hearts. It's the opposite. They have no empathy for human beings.
Having fun there, Hannah? Zoom in on that. Zoom in on.
Over and over, you will read stories about police dogs attacking and injuring people when they are complying with police officers. Or you will hear about innocent people who have done nothing wrong or just minding their own business. When the police dog comes along and attacks them, this happens to children as well. I've talked about that in my videos. Really, check out the Down with Dogs Facebook page. Go online and just inform yourself. Look at what dogs are doing. Look at all of the harm they are doing. It's just one unprovoked attack after another. Disfigurements, deaths, it never ends. Dog attacks on babies double. The number of attacks is going up. Why are we tolerating this? We don't need dogs. And the craziest part is that instead of trying to make our communities safer, dog worshippers are doing the opposite by trying to introduce more of these predators into our society, by trying to save dogs from being put down when they do display aggression. They live in backwards land because they claim to be more loving than us animal haters. Crazy. Rates of dog bites in children are up during the COVID-19 pandemic, and these dog nuts keep encouraging us to go out and purchase more dogs. Here's another example of a baby killed by a family dog. And just as in the first case I showed you in this video, this dog showed no aggression prior to the incident. They are usually well-mannered, well-trained family dogs that were the best dogs for many years, in this case, 7 years. And as usual, they're calling it a tragic accident. This was not an accident. Just as me bringing my young son into the forest and tying him up to a tree and leaving him there overnight only to have him be devoured by wolves would not be an accident. Having a remorseless, fanged, predatory carnivore in your home is not an accident. It is child endangerment. Dog worshippers are so brainwashed by the dog lobby and the relentless pro-dog propaganda that is constantly being shoved down our throats that they cannot see dogs for what they are. Instead, they victim blame. They will say the child provoked the dog. In this case, the child was being held by the grandmother. The child was not provoking the dog. Often, dogs will snatch babies, children out of the arms of their caregivers to attack them. They do this because they see the child either as competition for food or as food. They see the child as prey. In this case, they also saw the grandmother as easy prey, because after children, elderly people are the most likely to be attacked by dogs because we are dealing with a predator. If a person brought a chimpanzee or a crocodile into their home and the animal ended up killing their child, would we call it a tragic accident? No, we would call that parent reckless, insane, criminal. Here's another fine example of the lunacy of dog worship. The person asserts that pit bulls are very sweet dogs, and in the next breath, my brindle attacks viciously my blue... What? If it's so sweet, why is it attacking your other dog? It's just one attack after another, one disfigurement after another, and society continues to glorify dog worship and demonize anyone who opposes it. I can't take this anymore. What is going on? Has everyone lost their minds? Are we living in some sort of zombie apocalypse where everyone is brain dead and can't see the reality of dogs? Do people not care, or are they just uninformed? We need to get them informed. Share these news articles. Show people that these companies, these corporations trying to get our money are not telling us the truth about dogs. I'm going to leave you with a few more cat things. I have lost a lot of subscribers, and I know that people are on other anti-dog channels telling others that I have lost my marbles and I'm just crazy because I hate cats. All I am doing is showing people the truth about cats and their owners in the same way I show people the truth about dogs and their owners. And they can't handle it. Most dog haters, I think, are cat worshippers. My channel is not about hating dogs. It is about exposing the truth in an attempt to create a better, safer society for everyone. So I'm not concerned with my, popularity. I'm concerned with opening up people's eyes and getting them to see the truth. These people who hate dogs but love cats are hypocrites in many ways. Remember my video called "Your Ass is Gross Unless You're a Dog," where I talked about how disgusting it is that dogs constantly have their exposed dirty anuses on display, and how off-putting it is, and how it ruins my appetite when I'm trying to enjoy an ice cream on a patio and I have to look at a dog's anus. Cat worshippers were on board and were like, yeah, you make great points. Yeah, and they were showing their support. These very same people live in a house with a cat that does the exact same thing. And when you call them out on it, they get all angry and upset and call you crazy. I made a video about how bestiality is much, much more common than we think. And cat worshippers were very supportive and agreed, yeah, dog worshippers are perverted and they're sick, because they stroke their dogs very close to their genital regions, and this is weird and it's sick behavior. Look at what my niece sent to me yesterday. She wrote, I think she's talking about cat worshippers here, I think they are just as perverted too, because I have seen some comments by cat lovers saying how much they love cat testicles because they are round and fuzzy, and other cat lovers agreed. One even admitted to feeling up her cat's balls. Cat worshippers are just as deranged as dog worshippers, and they react the same way when we call them out. They say dogs damage the environment, cats do more damage to the environment. They say dogs are gross, cats are just as gross. as these comics show. Now, I used to be a cat owner, and I look at these comics and I think, what sort of spell was I under when I owned a cat? Because, yeah, I used to wake up every morning and be greeted by a cat anus in my face. I remember looking at this anus. It had crusted feces on it. At one point, my cat had live tapeworm segments crawling out of its anus. I let it sleep on my bed. You know, I didn't really care. In the same way, I didn't really care when I had a dog. I'm going to be making a video very soon about my transition from being a dog lover, I used to believe I loved dogs, to being what I call a dog rationalist. And it's the same with cats. At one point in my life, I really believed I loved cats. And today I see them for what they are. What sort of blinders are placed over our eyes when we are under this spell? I believe it's brainwashing, and I think I need to do a lot more research into deprogramming, cult deprogramming, because that's what we are dealing with here. Cat worshippers act just as defensively and irrationally when we show them the truth about cats, be it scientific consensus when it comes to the number of animals cats have driven to extinction and continue to threaten, or whether it be showing people how disgusting cats are. I mean, how would you feel if someone you knew licked all over their body and then lay naked on your sofa? I mean, that's disgusting. And they call cats clean. They're just covered in dried saliva and bacteria and traces of fecal matter and urine, and they dig in their dirty litter boxes, literally, coming into contact with urine and feces, and then they step all over your counter. They walk all over your pillowcase and bedding. They plant their dirty anuses down on every surface of your home. They mark their territory. They spray, right? They piss, and it stinks. They ruin your belongings. It's just absolutely crazy to me. I have made videos about how disgusting dogs are, and I think I need to start making some videos to show people how disgusting cats are. They're no better than dogs. So if you are a dog hater who hates me because I hate cats, you got to look really hard at yourself. I am holding up the truth about cats to you. I am just showing you the reality of cats. And the anger you feel is just your own cognitive dissonance. You can't handle the truth. But I am going to keep exposing it because that is what my channel is about. And we are going to achieve a safer, cleaner, healthier, happier future for everyone. The future is dog and cat free.
Oh my God, it's like a party. So this is gonna swell. You gotta get behind the bolus right here. And I'm just pinching with my fingers, holding it. And that's all, folks. Oh God, it's like a rodeo. Get back, Shama, or Noit, whoever you are.